Yo.
Walking around inside the Old California Theater is a spooky and potentially dangerous thing to do these days. The building has been empty for more than 30 years, and for most of that time has been taken over by street people who managed to find a way in.
I've seen homeless people crawl through the sidewalk to get into a building. I have seen bodies being pulled out of the plaza because they're just living in there and nobody knows. So what happens inside these buildings between those walls that you don't see through, you have no idea what's in there.
In the case of the empty California Theater building, several big developers have had big plans over the years, only to bail out, leaving the place to rot even further. The latest developer bailed out just last week, now wanting to sell to the highest bidder.
The problem today is that the developer that achieved permission to redevelop the property with predominantly residential, although there could be hotel there could be commercial on the ground, has opted not to develop the property. They've opted instead to sell the property.
A property, by the way, that is directly across the street from City Hall. And every mayor and council member have walked by this embarrassing blight every day for the past 30 years.
It's a place where the homeless hang out, there are drug addicts there, there's lots of illicit behavior there, not just the building around it itself, but that entire block. And the absurdity of it is that it's across the street from City Hall.
Who we're not grateful for is the 5 mayors that we've been through over the years that have promised to clean up this area and have done nothing to do it. I've had broken promises after broken promises. I've personally been here 17 years, so I've watched it. I've had numerous broken promises about the California building across the way that was supposed to be torn down maybe 3 times. Still standing. Nothing's been done. I highly doubt anything ever will be done.
After decades of trying to redevelop this corner, patience is running thin in the surrounding business community who deal with this eyesore and everything around it every day. Some developers are calling it no man's land of downtown, a place they used to call the Cathedral of Motion Pictures.
It will act as an anchor to the resurgence of this corridor, which I dubbed the black hole of downtown. Of all the redevelopment that's occurred in downtown San Diego, this area has been completely neglected for years.
But whoever eventually buys this land is also buying something that is rare in San Diego. The current owner managed to convince City Hall to issue a permit to build a 41-story mixed-use condo complex. The new owner would presumably retain that permit.
So literally, the current owner can sell to a new developer, and the new developer benefits from having received the entitlements from the city to go forward to redevelop the site.
Whatever happens on this site, it cannot happen soon enough. Failure after failure have taken their toll on this whole area. They don't call it a black hole for nothing.
So somebody will step up, but again, the fact that a company came in to redevelop the property, to achieve the entitlements, to get permission to develop it, and now has decided not to develop it for whatever reason, delays the process and therefore delays the entire redevelopment of this area.